Hi YouTube, DriverLadyPro here. I'm sure you're wondering what happened to me. I haven't been on for a couple months. Truth is, I had cancer in my bum. And the type of chemotherapy I had did not get rid of my hair, but I got very, very sick and the radiation was very painful. But all that said, I am feeling better now, and it only the type I had was really rare, so you know, there was a couple weeks I was able to drive while I was sick, that I was feeling all right, but I didn't, because it was in my bum, I couldn't sit for a very long time, so I did some Uber Eats, and I wanted to report on that because I did Uber Eats tonight, and I did Uber Eats when I was doing my radiation. And personally, I do not believe Uber Eats is profitable. Tonight was the busiest night of the year. I did Uber Eats just because I wanted to stay in my area, and I didn't want to vacuum my car. I vacuum my car every single time and wash my car at least 2 or 3 times a week to make it look nice, especially in the wintertime. And I just didn't want to do that. I figured I only have a few hours and we're going out for New Year's Eve. And I scheduled something with my significant other, not knowing this is like the biggest year, until after I scheduled everything, and everybody's like, this is the biggest time of the year to make your money is New Year's Eve. So okay, well, maybe I'll get it at the 4th of July. Yeah, and I started in February of last year, so my big time last year was St. Patrick's Day. So anyway, I want to talk about some promises that were given to us by Uber. In the 180 days of change, they promised the drivers that they were going to give them a long distance fee. Now I don't usually end up having to go long distances when I'm driving, when I'm picking up people. So I haven't experienced that yet. But I was out driving tonight and just doing Uber Eats, and it was kind of a test. And I wanted to see what happens if I pick up a 20-minute ride. And I did. I picked up, it was 20 minutes to go get the food. And then I picked up the food, I dropped it off, and I looked at how much I made from it. I did not get a pickup fee for Uber Eats. So I guess Uber Eats' long distance pickup fee is only for when you pick up people. So I do not do Uber Eats anyway, barely at all. The only reason I do Uber Eats is if I'm like just wanting to hang around the same area, because you don't go very far. You just go, most of the runs are like 5-minute runs. And I try to fit in 4 an hour, but usually I only get like 3 because, the people take too long, and with the order, preparing the order and stuff like that. So even then, if you're doing approximately 3 an hour, that's $15. So take away $5 for gas that I just spent driving to all these places, and bam, I just made $10 an hour. Tonight I averaged out how much I made. It's a very busy night. I made $12 an hour. I probably didn't even make minimum wage, considering I have to pay taxes at the end of the year, and I put miles and wear and tear on my car. So I'm really not for Uber Eats. And part of the thing is I don't get tips. I haven't ever I might have gotten 2 times I've gotten a tip on Uber Eats. Very, very seldom. It's because Uber has a tendency to say, oh, it's just, you don't have to tip them. So, very seldomly do I get a tip on Uber Eats. And, usually I only make about $5 a run. And so the conclusion to the whole thing was, if you are driving for Uber Eats, do not take a run that is more than 10 minutes away. It's not worth it. And I don't know. I personally am not willing to. I do Uber and Lyft full time, and I will do Uber Eats if it's a dead night. I definitely will not do Uber Eats in the city of Chicago. Downtown, there's no parking. I don't get paid enough money for parking tickets. For real. And I have complained about this to Uber, and Uber knows this is a problem, the parking problem, because when they started out, they were like, oh, well, it's a curb-to-curb service. Now it says in our thing we have to go up to the door. So if I'm out by my house, which is in northern suburbs of Chicago, I'm all right with that. Just stay around my house. I got something else to do later. And you're not expected to, what if you end up driving for an hour away from your house? And then you have to drive an hour away back. That's not as big of a problem. That's why there are some positives to Uber Eats, but I am not going to do the delivery business, because unless I am getting paid like a delivery driver, they get paid $5 an hour, and then they get their tips. Okay, you pay me $5 an hour, and then I get my tips. That's all right. But anyway, that's my little bit. I just wanted you guys to know, no, Uber Eats does not give you a long distance fee. Please do not pick up anybody that's more than 10 minutes away if you're doing Uber Eats. All right, so I just want to update you, and I will be doing more getting on and saying hey. All right, peace out.